Good morning. Good morning. 7:31. It's Monday. Monday. What's today? The 10th, 11th, something like that. I can't be keeping up with the days. It's like the days. Look at my microphone, y'all. Hello. Does it sound any better? Is anything happening? Let me put it right here. Let's see. But how are you guys doing? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? And how was your evening? Did you guys get any sleep? I got a decent amount of sleep, but it don't take much for me to go down at night, so I will be definitely trying to get some more sleep tonight early, because of course today's Monday, so I'm on my way into the office, and I'm a little late because first me and Sophie was wrestling down to the ground to get her up and dressed, and she's trying to do her skincare routine, which don't nobody have time for, even though it's my fault because I bought her the skincare. See, so I guess it's my fault. But yeah. And then on top of that, I forgot my green drink that I made. Now, you see this right here? This is what is this? What is this, y'all? This is spinach, kale, no, not kale, spinach, arugula, mango, and pineapple. That's what that is. And so, me drinking that, I'm going to choose to be living in an alternate reality, In other words, me not losing weight after I drink this is fake news. You see what I'm saying? Like, after I drink this, I better be skinny. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely going to be on the scale and using measuring tape. Like, did I lose weight or not? Like, a whole day of drinking this, yeah, I need to be in a size extra small by the time I'm done. So I'm about to hit the highway in another minute or so. So I still should probably get to work on time, but a couple of minutes after, we'll see. But yeah, what has gone on this weekend? First of all, shout out to Coco Gauff, okay? But she did that. She did that at the French Open. She went ahead and beat Arnold Schwarzenegger down to the ground. Arnold gonna get on the doggone television, okay, in front of the whole nation and say she didn't beat her because she was good like that. She beat her because I made all of these mistakes. Well, bitch, how did you end up making the mistakes? Because you was getting your ass whooped. That's how. And why was you getting your ass whooped? Because she's good. And how do we know for sure she's good? Because if you believe on any level that you're good, then how did she get there? And so she definitely was giving DEI hire while she was talking, but yet the DEI hire got her ass beat. But that is a perfect example of the whole DEI mess in the first place with Coco Gauff. You see what I'm saying? She's not good, right? We're not good because we're black. It's because this or that. It's every excuse besides the obvious. She's there because she can compete and win. And just like the sore losers y'all are, you come up with any and every excuse why it's not a possibility why you lost and why she's there. Even though everyone has eyes, we're all looking. But hey, Cabbage Patch, Running Man, okay? Prep. Yeah. Shout out to Coco Gauff. Okay, no matter what you say the reason is, you only need one reason. That's like somebody saying, she's only cute because her hair is long. Well, if that's the reason, then baby, you better be swinging it. One reason is enough. A win is a win, as they say. One reason will do it. But yeah, shout out to her. But now I know on Friday I was wilding, okay? Friday was I was cracking myself up really bad, but over the weekend my understanding is that now Russia has reached out to Elon Musk to give him political asylum to Russia. I can't. I don't have it right now, y'all. It's too much. It's too much, especially with all the rioting. Is it a riot? Maybe. I mean, it just depends how you're looking at it. But what's going on in California is really unfortunate. It's sad. The way they rounding these people up, jumping at like U-Haul vans. Like, you gonna rent a U-Haul, put alleged ICE agents in there, and then having them rounding these people up down to the Home Depot, down to the Lowe's and wherever the hell they be standing. And that's jacked up. It's really messed up. It's sad to watch. It's sad to see. But, you know, it's definitely given, you know, this is what you voted for. And it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that you would vote for something like this, and then not see the obvious consequences of that vote, or choose to not see it. Because it's not that, when people are saying, I didn't vote for this, it's just like I said, it's yes, you did. You literally voted for this. Just because you didn't think it could happen to you doesn't mean you didn't vote for it. You don't get to dial back. And me personally, you know, when I'm listening to things or hearing people, I don't like to get too political, especially like on the ground, you know what I'm saying, with people, because it's like, you're gonna piss me off. You're gonna piss me off. And it's not worth it, especially if you're a Trump voter. Because it's like, listen, you got what you wanted, and no matter what you're saying now, this is the end result of no matter what you say, especially if you voted this way. It doesn't matter what you thought, none of that. You thought wrong. Or maybe, just maybe, you thought right. You thought right. And it's your own problem if you're the one that's getting ready to take an L. We're all getting ready to take an L together, like I said before, as a country. But it's unfortunate what's happening to these Hispanic people, because from what I saw on the news, they went down to some school, some elementary school, during their graduation and raided the graduation. And the black guy was crying so bad about it, because apparently he's also like in the school system, and you know, his school, you know, went immediately on lockdown behind it. And he was just really upset. You could tell he was just heartbroken. And it is extremely heartbreaking to know that they would do this to children, putting children in a court. But at the same time, it's giving, oh my God, I will vote for Donald Trump. It's giving, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a combination of sadness and pure. It's not entertainment, but it's just like, and what's going on in LA? This is what protesting is about. This is what protesting is about. You gotta handle your business. Y'all gotta put y'all bodies out there. And that's just that, you know. And so we all gotta be careful out here regardless. We all have to be careful out here, because there's no telling who they're gonna try to start snatching up off the streets because they think they can. You know what I mean? They can make it seem like it's but you don't, you know, you have the right to remain silent. And hopefully, it's just too much. It's too much. Hopefully you would have people around that could help, you know what I'm saying, and create a shield for you, depending on, you know, what you got going on. But it's sad. It's really sad. But this was always going to happen as long as he got in. And so now we just have to watch it all unfold and hope that whatever the other side of this is, that we'll get to it sooner than later. Sooner than later. Because that's crazy to call the National Guard out there. And you know, and as a veteran, that hurts to see, because the National Guard is like run by the state, even though you're still in the military, but it's run by the state. So Gavin Newsom is supposed to be the one to be able to determine whether or not the National Guard can go out there. There's no reason for, you know what I mean, like, there's no reason to take a step above and make it seem like he doesn't have anything to do with that. But now they're threatening to even arrest him. But the difference between his arrest and everybody else's arrest is he's not getting ready to go to Guantanamo or wherever the hell they're sending people. That's not what's going to happen if he goes. You know what I mean? At some point he'll get out. They just want to go through the embarrassing moment and the drama and the spending of the taxpayer money to prove that they can arrest him, or whatever they're trying to prove here. But like I said, I believe, and from what my observation is, that one of the ultimate goals here is indentured servitude, or another, you know, slavery. basically. Paying everybody the lowest wages or no wages if there's no job to have. You turn to a life of crime. Excellent. We're going to have to open up these brand new facilities. And now, off to pick whatever needs to be picked. And that still will be years to come. You get arrested now, you don't get due process. Yikes. And so even for people that look like me, it's important to remember that you find yourself in any situation, you got to really try to do your best, your due diligence to not get yourself arrested. Because the truth is, the court docket is already full. But the last thing we want is to be like finding out that not only are you going to not get due process, but now they're going to find somewhere to send you. You know what I mean? It don't have anything to do with immigration. Unless they, And speaking of that, I don't know if y'all know, I'm sure y'all know, that I think he's Nigerian, but the African guy on TikTok that he doesn't really speak. He only responds with being or looking around. They got him. ICE detained him. He's the richest person and the most popular person on TikTok. The African guy. His name is, I think, KB or Kabi Lee, something like that. ICE detained him. It said, from what I read, it said that he came in with the visa and then, I guess, overstayed and never re-upped. And the truth is, a person like him, while it wouldn't be fair to other people, he could pay his way out. He could do one video and pay his way out. But the point is not about getting paid. The point is not about getting out. And so, it's just shameful. It is shameful. My country to the lead is shameful right now. Shameful. But that's not, none of this is okay. But it is what's happening. It still is what's happening. I spoke to a girl over the weekend who was saying how her mom was a Trump supporter and was just saying how, I just want to see what's going to happen and blah, blah, blah. And she was telling me, she was a white girl, and she was just telling me how, her mom was a Trump supporter. And they were going back and forth about things. And I told her, unfortunately for your mom, it's not going to be until her Medicaid gets cut. You know what I mean? This whole idea of you can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah. And every single thing we think can't be done is literally being done. So it's enough. Enough with saying what can and cannot happen. It's clear that people are not following the rules, the Constitution, the law. And that's just that. So, But yeah. And so that's that. But, on another note, I watched 2 movies this weekend. Okay? I watched Straw by Tyler Perry starring Taraji Henson. Okay? It was good. It was good, and it wasn't overly giving Tyler Perry vibes, even though as soon as the movie started, it did give Tyler Perry vibes, because it was immediately a downtrodden black woman, and this is the narrative, right? So, hey girl, hey, and I didn't forget about you. I'm gonna do that today. I just wanted to see it on the big screen. But yeah, so the movie Straw was good, but it was very, heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching to see. And listen, Colonel Taylor from A Different World did way too much. I was like, this motherfucker, he needed to be shot. She shot him, and he needed that. He needed that, because that was he was really ODing. Like, Colonel Taylor, why are you acting like this? Okay, I was really scared of his ass. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. But everybody was on her ass the whole movie. Lost her job, the school ain't cut her no slack, her job wasn't cut her no slack. The doctors, it was just oh my God, it was so sad. And so a lot of people were a little bit confused. Even I was a little bit confused at first. I was like, what the hell is going on? I realized her daughter was indeed real. Her daughter was sick. Her daughter died. And what I'm getting from it is that she never coped. She never coped with that. And so she probably every day, but at least the day that we saw, she was definitely going through the regular motions that she would normally go through with her daughter. She was going through the motions like she normally would, and it escalated, and it just continued to escalate on this particular day into everything that we saw, you know. And so it's definitely giving free Janiyah, okay? Free Janiyah, because Jesus, you know what I mean? Like, people acting like they can't hear her say, I said I'm trying to cash a check. Don't nobody want this money? I ain't asked you for that. I pulled out a gun because you're not listening. I pulled out a gun because you've had my ID before, and you know me, okay? You know I'm poor and downtrodden. You know I can't pay the $5. I need my money. Poor Janiyah. I was so sad for her. I was like, oh my God, this is so terrible. It was just incident after incident after incident. Like, why is everybody treating her like this? It was just really sad. Like, damn. And Taraji did an excellent job being very like scared and like convincing about being like, you know, her faces and all that was just top tier work. Because I was just like, damn, she really did look scared, and like she just didn't know how to respond. Like, she couldn't stand up for herself. And of course, if she did, people just, oh God, it was just terrible. It was terrible, but it was a good movie. But I still would like to see Tyler Perry do some movie with like me in my car talking right now. Okay. okay, shoot the movie with me talking, okay, and going to work until they put me out, of course, you know. Because I gotta keep saying that, you know what I mean? I gotta keep pointing out that I might get put out, because I might get put out. But anyway, Straw was decently good, and I could appreciate Tyler Perry trying to, you know, continue to spread out a little bit more, you know what I mean? I'm glad there wasn't some man there trying to, you know, not rescue her, but also downtrodden, and she tries to fix him, and then they both poor. I'm glad that didn't happen, because don't nobody want to see that. Okay, that's already exhausted, and we already living, like I said, in non-reality. Crossing over 30 lanes right now so I can get towards my exit. So I'm near my exit, so it looks like I'm gonna decently be on time. But I also saw, the second movie I saw was Sinners. I finally saw Sinners, y'all. It's on Prime right now. $20 to rent, $25 to purchase. So I went ahead and purchased it because I said, this is probably something I'm going to want to watch again. You know what I mean? I need to get this story down pat. It was really good. You know what I mean? And it was very thought-provoking about what goes on and what's currently going on. Like, all the way from 1932 is when they started, and then I heard them mention Jim Crow, you know what I mean, and then we know slavery was still happening, because all of those cotton fields, every time, I mean, Ryan Coogler is a master. Those cotton fields were endless, and it made me emotional just seeing them, because I never forget seeing it in Fayetteville, North Carolina. One time I was like having to go out there for whatever reason, and I saw cotton fields, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, I know this ain't what I think it is. You know what I mean? And I just had never seen that before. Of course, you know, I was in the South at the time, and I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? But Ryan Coogler, the way he was showing just the miles and miles of cotton, it had me emotional, because it was just like, you know what was going down. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yikes. You know what I mean? And these men tried to make this money. The two brothers tried to make some money, and they were able to, but because they didn't reach the amount that they wanted to reach at the time, they let that woman, the light-skinned lady, or the, you know, the mixed breed, the mutt, whatever they would have called her at the time, they let her go out there, because, of course, as we know, when you talk about segregation, right, they don't want to see us be able to do anything. And so here we go with that story of, okay, if we segregate it right now, it would be the same shit. Vampires trying to suck your energy and trying to suck your blood. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take your energy and take what you have and spread that around and sell it to you as if it's something else. And so that's what I saw in the movie, and it was just incredible to see, because it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like black people always say, we ain't gonna never be alone, because it's always gonna be somebody white all up in the business. Y'all became vampires, and y'all was a little band, and y'all could have created your own little show. Y'all could have did your own thing, but no. Here you got to come over here to see what I'm doing? You want to be my overseer so bad. So bad. And then, of course, they sent somebody out there that looked like them, or somebody that they thought would be able to get any information or get them, you know, to see if they could give them some money to get the money that they made. And that was the mistake, when they could have just opened up for another day or just continued on with the business until they got what they needed and just dealt with, okay, we didn't make what we thought, but we can do it. But instead, they sent her out there, and when she comes back, it's on. It's on from there, and it's like, damn. But I loved Preacher Boy. I loved his singing, and that was good. But it was just, that was quite the interesting movie. The cinematography was excellent, especially the way they did the twins. That's the best twin situation we've probably ever witnessed, when it's one person doing two acting jobs. Michael B. Jordan, excellent work. I believe every role he's ever been in, he nails it every time. You believe Michael B. Jordan every time, and so he did an excellent job there. But yeah, Ryan Coogler is that guy. He's definitely that guy. And he said he was tired. He didn't want to keep doing franchise work. He wanted to feel like something original and new, and it was, and it is. And while the movie easily could be, okay, I'm about to back in, y'all. Y'all know I done made it. While the movie could, hey Michelle. So while the movie could easily be done as a franchise or have a part 2, it's not needed. We get it. You know what I mean? But the option is there if he wants to do a part 2, or if he wants to tell like a separate story that relates to it, but not necessarily, you know, a sequel. It doesn't. A sequel isn't necessary, but a story that continues on, that's not necessarily a sequel, would be appropriate. It would be current, because as we know, everything that's going on, all this unrest that's going on, all started from back in the day. Everybody trying to be an overseer. Everybody trying to be in our business so bad. But since I billboard for Donald Trump, Maracas. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of control. What time is it? 7:53. So I got 7 more minutes. I'm about to start the breakfast of champions. Okay, pissing me off. Okay, I'm gonna try to get skinny this weekend. We gonna see by this weekend if I'm skinny. I'm gonna try not to eat wings, but I'm not gonna try that hard. They call me 10-piece shorty. I keep telling y'all that. How did my sound today? Because I have the teeny little well, it don't sound like a damn thing because the light is damn off. It sounded however it sounded. Here's the other piece. You know how people be having that teeny little remote and they be talking into it, and then you gotta have anything as a remote. You gotta be like a remote. I keep calling it a remote. Here go my microphone. Listen. Okay, y'all. Anywho, let me get upstairs and let me get to work. Look. 2 seconds later, and the other piece of the microphone is gone. It's gone. I didn't even I literally don't know where it just went. This don't make no damn sense. Is it because I'm older? Is it because I need glasses? This is a shame. This is a shame. I just had it right here. Where did it go? If it went down here, it'd be in the fucking abyss. The gift that keeps on giving. I went to Target to try to get my bras. I ain't got time for this. Okay? When I'm gonna be looking skinny, and y'all gonna be like, what happened? And it's gonna be like, these right here, I donated them. I'm about to donate these. I mean, I do want to keep a little bit so I can have a little bit of, you know, but still, Jesus. And shout out to my grandmother, you know. It's a direct path down. But, yeah, I don't know where the hell the remote just went. I'm about to get hot. Here come perimenopause. All right, listen. Y'all have a good day today. Don't let nobody piss you off. Today's Monday. So that means Monday is going to be Monday. Do not. It's already hot. Okay? Make sure y'all drinking water. All right? I got my water and I got my breakfast of champions. I can't tell y'all what's going to happen later. If I do get something to eat, It's gonna be a Zaxby's salad. I'm gonna do a salad today and tomorrow, okay? Even though I got pork chops in the refrigerator and my croaker. I still got some croakers left. I've been eating croaker all weekend. So good. Anyway, y'all, have a good day. If anybody pisses you off, you know what to do. Take them to the side. And just let them know what's up. Let them know. Let them know. Y'all have a good day. I'll do the same. And I will see y'all in the morning. All right. Peace.